Greetings. Thank you for tuning in to another podcast episode of You Shall Know the Truth, and the truth shall make you free. I'm your brother, Givenson, and I'll be hosting this episode for you of You Shall Know the Truth, and the truth shall make you free. On this podcast, we speak nothing but the truth to set you free from all bondage. And today, the topic of discussion today is the power of a pure conscience. Many of us, when we think of the conscience, we think of it of this inner voice, subtle inner voice that we hear that's speaking in us, in our mind. But today, I come to let you know it's deeper than an inner voice. You're not just hearing things. The conscious itself is an entity that is within your core, your soul, and your spirit. So that inner voice you're hearing is not just a voice you're hearing. It's a consciousness within your core. What makes you human? A barometer, a guide of righteousness, morals, right from wrong, good from evil. So when we hear that inner voice that is speaking to us within our minds, our hearts, our souls, that inner voice is a guide. It's to set you on the right path. And that inner voice, your conscience, can condemn you. It can justify you. And that's the problem today. Many of us go out of our way to override, to bypass, to silence our conscience. And there is grave danger when one does that. Look at the state of humanity. That is a byproduct of the silencing of our consciousness. Many would rather be asleep. Many would rather suffer from ostrich syndrome, put their heads in the sand, than to take a look at their environment, the world around them, the people around them, the situations and the state and condition that they're living in. They're in their communities, in their families, and wonder why there's a rise in mental disorders, a rise in mental illness, a rise in insomnia. And when you go into a health food store now, a pharmacy, a supermarket, you have dedicated aisles for melatonin because people can't sleep. Because we can mask and fool everyone and anyone, but we cannot mask or fool our conscience. When nobody sees you, when nobody hears you, your conscience is recording. It's aware of everything being said, everything being done. And when you're by yourself, when there's no one else around, guess who you have to face? Guess what you have to face is your conscience. And that's why today we have the rise of sleepless nights because morality is almost non-existent. The barometer has been skewed. The lines have been blurred so much from right and wrong, from good and evil, that our consciences have been seared. And a pure conscience is almost non-existent in our society today. We wouldn't need psychotropic drugs. We wouldn't need so much assistance with mental health, depression, anxiety, if we just listened and took heed to our conscience that's speaking within us. We would be able to live moral lives, be good standing citizens in our community, in our workplaces, in our schools, to each other, to our neighbors. We wouldn't need to be policed as much as we're being policed right now, because everyone would be taking heed to their conscience and doing the right thing. So today I brought this message for you. I brought this word for you because it's very powerful. If we go back and just listen, take a moment to just listen to your conscience, we would have more upstanding citizens in our communities, less crime, family unit would be strong as it was before, because everyone would be doing what is morally right. And we wouldn't need someone to dictate, or anyone to dictate to us right from wrong. That's why that inner voice was given to us. And it's within our core, our soul, our minds and our hearts and our spirits. So let's go back to being a people, a nation that follows and hears its conscience and will continue to grow and be prosperous, not only as a nation, but as a people, as individuals, as families. And we'll have less crime, less wars. Only if we tap into the power of that conscience that's within us. That's the word that I have for you today. Till next time, peace and blessings to you all. Please feel free to share this podcast. Like, download, share, subscribe to this channel. Because this truth will not only set you free, but it will set all hearers that hear it free from bondage. Peace.